Cece the Huntress, and I've been asked many times about my unique ability when it comes to soothing the souls of the spirits that have passed away. I feel it extremely important when I make contact with the spirit world to find out if there is a problem. Do they need to be crossed over? Does the area need to be calmed down? We do know the homeowner and property owners need to live cohesively with the people that have passed away first. And that's where I come into play. I give blessings, I pray, and I use different types of ancient rituals as part of my practice when soothing the souls of the spirit world. And people ask me, well, you must have done this at a young age. And I say, well, I was born with the ability to do so, but I cultivated it after time, and here I am right now. I want to tell you a little bit about my book, Ghosts and Legends of the Merrimack Valley. The Merrimack Valley encompasses 2 states, Massachusetts and New Hampshire. I was asked by History Press out of Charleston, South Carolina, right here in the United States, to write for part of their Haunted America series regarding the Merrimack Valley. The funny thing is I got so involved and so engrossed in the book that I was able to put myself in the book for people to read, get to know me a little better. Let me give you a little tidbit of information when it comes to the Merrimack Valley. The Merrimack Valley starts at a point where the river, the Merrimack River, started out in the mountains, went right down to the ocean. Nowadays, that river takes a sharp hook at a town called Lowell, Massachusetts, and then follows a path down to the ocean. Before the glaciers came, the river itself went from the mountains to a straight shot to Boston Harbor. Well, when the glaciers receded, it pulled back the river, piled up some dirt, and now it's got a left hook right there in Lowell. The book is steeped with Indian fascination and stories and rhymes. It has places that you can go visit, like the Canopy Lake Dance Hall Theater, which had Sonny and Cher. I have photographs in the book of Cher with orbs floating all around her while she's performing. These places in this book you can actually go and visit. It's not like I'm telling you a story about a haunted location and I can't tell you where it is because somebody lives there. I could have made that up in my own living room. I actually wanted you to experience what I experienced, and that's what I put in the book. Now you can order that on my website, cecethehuntress.com, or you can go to Borders Books. And soon I would love to see it out in the UK. I would like to get our neighbors out there that we here in New England took a lot of your towns, a lot of your names, like Bedford, we call New Bedford, and things like that. I want to be able to share myself and where I live with you. So you want to know about the book, go to my website, cecethehuntress.com. I do some of my paranormal shows live. I'm on 5 different internet networks. And people ask me, what was probably the scariest moment or what was upsetting to you the most? I would have to say it was during a live investigation. I gave a great historical depiction of this old ski resort called Temple Mountain. Up there during the day, taking great pictures, having an awesome hike. At night, we were going to do the paranormal investigation because there's a lot of Indian spirit activity there, and I wanted to capture a bit of that on film. So the cameras go on, and next thing I know, there's a bear right smack dab in front of us. So we were in a process of, we didn't know whether to shut the cameras off or not, and we backed up slowly, and before you know it, we just make a run for it. You can go to cecethehuntress.com, go on the video and media page, and you're going to be able to watch that right there, and you probably get a laugh out of it too. You know, my kids should have never left their granola wrappings on the ground. I think that's what attracted the bear. But that by far had to have been my most upsetting moment. My most proud moment as far as investigating the paranormal was when I discovered, with my videographer, we discovered a safe room that housed slaves from the Underground Railroad. And we did this with information that we gathered over an 8-month period of time. Historians for almost 100 years couldn't find it. But my videographer and I did find the room, and it was a historic find. I was so happy. And when we did our investigation, that's when we found it. You can see it happening live when we captured all these moments. I was able to give a Reiki application because Reiki heals past, present, and future. I was healing the souls of the people that went through that traumatic time in history that passed through that Underground Railroad area. And it was such a beaming moment that I was actually crying on TV because I was so just happy I was able to release these spirits and have them go on their way. I've been asked by many people in regards to psychics just trying to make money. And I'm going to have to say that I'm going to agree with them 98% of the time. I do think there's a lot of tomfoolery going out here in the industry, in the paranormal industry, where people try to take people's money because they're so desperate to connect with relatives or animals that have passed away. I would do anything if someone could predict the future for me accurately. And these psychics are giving us all a bad name. Now the 2% that are good, I applaud you like you have no idea, because you are doing this industry justice. And the rest of you, you should just hit the road and keep going.